secretary, right?
And where's Chris?
So I'm here then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And actually, is it actually coming up here? It says it's recording live. I'm just waiting for the website. Yep, we are live on the website.
Wait for it. Wait.
I heard it.
Hey, I'm going to mute myself now.
Okay. Well, with that, I'll call the meeting to order. That's great,
That must have been the 637.
Yeah.
That's
That's
nice
awesome.
rating there, huh?
All right. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to the August meeting of the BAS. And let me go ahead and share out my screen. Let's see. Minimize this. Go to here. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay. So tonight we'll start with the meetings from last from July the 10th. They were in the newsletter, but I've got them here just in case. And there's a couple extra lines in here that got copied, but the minutes are here. We need to approve these. So after you look these over, I would accept a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Okay, and who made the motion?
Jim Amos.
Jim. Okay, Jim. Yeah, I can't see anything when I'm sharing. Okay, Jim, and do I have a second?
I second them, Amy Brockon.
Okay. Cool, thanks. Okay, all in favor?
David, you're cutting in and
Yeah.
out. When you start to talk, we can't hear the beginning of your sentences.
I hear him okay. Yes.
All of
Wow.
all sentences or all words.
Yes.
Yeah, I
I
apologize.
do.
So I just need to add a stutter to the beginning of a sentence and you'll hear okay, Amy? Is that what I do? Just repeat the first word, right? Okay, all in favor of approving minutes, say aye. I think we did that. Aye. Okay.
Aye.
All right. So any
Aye.
nays? All right, minutes are approved. So we'll go to the financial report, and Matt, you may want to, if you want to talk about this, you can, and walk through this. It's,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, you're there. Good deal.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. So, unfortunately, you are all aware that we lost Janet. And so it's been a little confusing trying to get all of the numbers and passcodes and usernames from her. And right towards the end, she was having a tough time remembering things. But I'm happy to say that Amy got involved and got everything mailed to her so that we do now have everything to get into the account. We are only waiting on Regions to get a new profile set up online. And I've missed the person at the bank twice, and then I left for Marathon. But as soon as I get back, I'll get in there. We just got this squared away the week before I left. So we do have a new bank card, so that's not a problem. I was able to get into the PayPal account and transfer all of the funds into our account. And so now I am sure that I can make deposits and we're okay. But there was just some issue that we weren't going to have to because Janet's name was on the account, that we weren't going to have to file a death certificate and things of that nature. So that's been the holdup. It's a lot of tape, but that's what we've got to do, and we're almost at the end of the light. I have been going through the PayPal account and gathering all the email addresses of everyone who's paid, and I will be emailing folks when I get back home, letting them know they're paid, when their due start, and when they're due again, and we'll go from there. Anybody have any questions for me?
I paid you through bill pay.
Okay, well, that would have went into our account. That's no problem. Our
Oh.
account's in good standing at Regions. It's just in Janet's name. Now, I am also a signer on the account, and now I have a bank card, but I still can't get into the online portion until we jump through a couple more hoops. And that's the part where I need the executive of the account, or the accounts, community accounts at Regions Bank, to walk me through it. So, I mean, I've made 15 to 20 trips to Regions Bank
Yeah, and
in the last month.
kudos to you, Matt. I mean, man, this has been, I know it's been tough, and really appreciate you, staying on this, because
Well,
we'd
it
still be
wasn't just
stuck.
me.
Amy, well, I
Amy,
know Amy
yes.
helped. She really helped in making contact with Janet's family, and we're very appreciative to you, Amy, for that as well. It's just been kind of a group effort to try to get this wrangled. And so dues can be paid through PayPal, or through, if you want to send a check, you can send the check to BAS. I have Matt's address here on the screen.
And that
So,
address is now online, or should be. And the donate button will go back
Okay.
live next week when I get back in touch with the web admin.
okay, excellent,
Yep.
excellent.
So
Okay,
all those
great.
pieces are back into place, and we should be okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, it's Jim.
Yep.
Did you get my message?
No, sir. I apologize. I did not.
I thought I left you, well, disregard it because I figured it out.
Okay. I'm sorry. I did not get a message from you.
I called your cell, at least the last good number I had, and left a message on it.
Oh, goodness, Jim, I'm so sorry. I did not get a message from you.
Well, you were out in Texas when I sent the
you mean
message,
this
so I didn't
week?
think anything of it, but
You called this week.
called last week.
Okay. Well, we got here last Thursday. So that might be the problem. I apologize. When I
That's
get
all
to
right.
Texas, I believe it or not, I actually try to unplug.
All right. Everything's good.
Okay.
Matt, anything else you want to mention there?
No, except for
Okay.
I will be assuming interim treasurer roles until we find someone to take it over. We need somebody that's willing to do that. And I know you've probably got your membership software on the list to talk about, David. So I'll let you get to that. So.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you, Matt. There's a couple of things. One here is you see that Lynn Dorsey purchased a new telescope. She purchased the 16-inch that we had up for auction, and those funds are going to be applied toward the 100-year project fund. And as Matt said, we're waiting on the bank. So congratulations to Lynn. She got a great scope for a great price. And as Matt mentioned, the new membership software, that's kind of the segue into what I wanted to talk about next. It's kind of old business, but it's because we mentioned it last month, but in trying to evaluate member management systems, there's several out there. There's a ton of them out there. And I've been really going through them and came up with one that I think is going to be a winner for us. It's called Join It, and it will handle not only the membership dues, but we can have multiple membership tiers. We can, if we wanted to add, for instance, like a Friends of the Society kind of thing, where we have them on a different, or that maybe they just donate, and we want to send out emails to them periodically. We can set them up on a different email frequency and different type of email than the normal member emails. So it's very robust. We can maintain our membership directory there. It will send out renewal reminders automatically, automated membership emails. We can set up campaigns to send things out for meeting reminders or the dues, paying dues. It accepts different kinds of currencies. I mean, this is pretty robust. So my there's no obligation to BAS at this point. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up a trial, and I'm actually going to load our membership directory into it and get it launched, and we'll see how it goes. But that's my goal for between now and next meeting, is to get that off the rocket launcher. So I'll work with Matt when he gets back, and we'll get the membership list up to date. I'll get it loaded into this new system, and hopefully we won't encounter what we've gone through the last couple of months. It won't be as brutal for us, because the membership management piece, it'll just be a lot easier for the new treasurer coming in. So that's really all I want to mention on that. Is I've been going through an evaluation process. I ran it past Matt. He's taken a look at it. We feel like it's a good way to go. So now we're going to give it a run, give it a trial, and we'll report to you next month. Any questions on that?
Sounds good.
All right. Good deal. On new business, I want to bring you up to date on a meeting that we had with UTC. It was a very good meeting. I'll tell you, I can't express how positive and excited I felt after the meeting. But they're new, and Amy can probably explain this a lot better than me. But the physics department has a new head, and we met with him and his boss, and of course Jack Pitkin, which we all know. So it was those three, and then we had Amy, Kevin, Matt, and myself, and we discussed about all things UTC and BAS, and it was an excellent meeting. We discussed the reopening of the observatory to the public, and UTC is slating that for October, and we indicated our wanting to go back to in-person meetings at the observatory in October. And so they are glad that we want to be back there. And I think this meeting, and let me just step back and say, I think this meeting was kind of feeling us out to see how much, are we still interested in the observatory? Are we still interested in being a partner with them? And so we, of course, said, oh, yeah, we definitely want to be a partner with them. And so they were glad to hear that we wanted to get back into the observatory in October. We also talked to them about them partnering with us at our BAS star parties. We're happy to have them come out to the star parties, and wouldn't it be great if it wasn't just a BAS star party, but we could also include UTC in that. I think it would be great for both the university and for BAS, give us more exposure. So for our August 20th star party at Harrison Bay State Park, the UTC folks asked if they could come out to that, and it's like, yeah, sure, come on out. So there's some interest there, which is really good in the leadership of the physics department, that they want to be involved in that. As we talked about the observatory itself, we talked about some needs there. They recognize that it needs some love. And one of the things that we talked about is adding internet access. And they seem very positive about adding internet access to the observatory. And that would be huge for us because that will allow us to continue to have remote speakers for our programs. We could live stream from the observatory from a live meeting out, to those that can't be at the meetings. And I think it just offers a lot of opportunity for us. And also, if we did things, which I'll talk about in a minute, if we did other things there, like if we had an all sky camera, or if we, wanted to do some kind of live cast event, astronomy event, solar event, or whatever, the internet access would be required for that. They also, we talked about the fact that we got a lot of trees and stuff. It's really it's really kind of tough with not good visuals there from the observatory. So they had the maintenance department to go out and take a look at what could be done to maybe open things up a little bit without getting too tree crazy as far as taking trees down. And so according to an email I think that Jack sent us, they have been doing some site work around the observatory and trying to, get rid of some brush and open things up as they can. So that's good. And that was a direct response to our conversation with them. So it's good to see them making these kinds of or seeing this movement after we've talked to them. So that's really good. So we also talked to them about with our 100th anniversary project, 100th anniversary coming up, that we wanted to do some kind of special project. And I know that hasn't been decided what we're going to do, but some of the ideas that have been batted around and that are out there include maybe adding like a solar scope there in the dome, adding it onto the 20-inch that's there, just as a piggyback, so that we could maybe do some live solar events. That would allow us to use the observatory in the daytime. So that's definitely got some possibilities. And then, like I said, maybe add an all sky camera that we could stream from our website and maybe from UTC's or whatever. And they were really excited about that. They really like the fact that we're interested in maybe doing some things like that. So it was very well received, and it's just awesome. And while we were talking about the 100th anniversary project, they hinted at the fact that they might be interested in trying to find us a marquee speaker for the 100th anniversary. And we were all, kind of joking around about, getting, DeGrasse Tyson in here or something, but there was a lot of enthusiasm, and I know Kevin, Amy, Matt, you were there. So anything you want to add that I didn't cover? I was just trying to kind of hit the high points.
That Keenan, who is the department head, has been working to get a fund through the UTC Foundation that is titled Friends of the Observatory, where people can donate directly to the observatory so that many of those changes can happen, so that, maintenance can continue, and we can, it'll fund internet and such. So he's working on that. I talked to him about it
That's
today.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Amy. And I think he's extremely excited about this and has an interest in astronomy. And so I just think that we've got a really good opportunity here to do some really cool things with UTC. So yeah, I think it's I think it's wonderful. It was just so positive. Kevin or Matt, you have anything?
Just that I've never been more excited about movement at UTC. I feel like there's just a lot of energy right now, and it couldn't have come at a better time. That's all I could say.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
Oh, it was a really great meeting. I just walked away.
Bobby here. They have cleared the underbrush down in front, at least halfway up the hill.
Holy cow.
Yeah. You know, we used to do that, but it has been clear. They came in there with somebody did anyway, with what do you call those? One of those grinders anyway that made mulch out of all the undergrowth.
Yeah.
And the mulch has been spread out underneath the trees.
Yeah, and that was all from just, us. We were just casually talking about how, one of the drawbacks to the observatory, other than light pollution, is the fact that, it's hard to see the observatory, and also we've got the field of view is blocked, for the scope and that kind of thing. And next thing you know, that turned into the maintenance crew heading out there with the buzzsaw. So it's exciting. I mean, this is different than what we've experienced before, which is just wonderful.
That one tree that's just west of the observatory. Of course, I knew when it was a twig, but anyway, it's a old hickory tree. That's parts of it's about dead. They ought to take that one down. Yeah.
I wonder if UTC would approach the funeral home about maybe getting a shield on that back light that's so stupid bright.
Oh, somebody needs to talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thought.
Yeah, there's no reason to have lights to shine up on the observatory. They're shielded lighting. They can light up their parking lot, not shine it at the observatory.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, that's a good thought. Okay, well, just wanted to share with the membership about this meeting. I thought it went extremely well, and they're very happy. I know they're getting Bobby engaged on the planetarium projector. They really see that as a great tool that they can use and want to continue using. So we're doing some knowledge transfer there, but expect to see UTC more heavily involved in our activities. So that's just wonderful. So, okay, anything else on this? If not, I'll open it up to any other new business.
Talk about the amenities, like, okay, you pop over, that's in the background. Then you're going to turn around and show the.
What are you
talking? Sorry about that technical. That was us.
Yeah, that was some technical chatter backstage there at Marathon, I think. So, okay. So, any other new business?
I don't know whether this is new or old, but anyway, I have reserved the PYC Yacht Club for December meeting.
Okay. Do you have a date?
Yes. It'll be at our regular meeting, which is the 9th of December, Thursday.
Okay.
And I'll keep you informed, because we got the COVID stuff is rampant again in Hamilton County. Yeah. So I don't know about the club rules, what we've changed. I know there's been several things that's changed at the club, at the yacht club.
Okay.
So I'll keep you informed.
Very good. Okay. Very good. Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate you going ahead and doing that. Okay. Let's move on to, just want to mention a couple of upcoming events real quickly before we close. Cloudland Canyon State Park this Friday, August the 13th. The weather looks pretty crappy, but hey, never know. This is to hopefully be able to catch the Perseids. And if you go to Cloudland Canyon on Friday, remember that the gates close at 10 p.m. So you can't enter after 10 p.m. And as you leave, be sure and watch your lights, headlights, because as you come down the hill, they shine right into the campground. And this is a club event only. No public folks. It's just us. And pay for your parking online or at the park. And it's cheaper to buy the online pass, like an annual pass. But anyway, just be sure you pay for your parking, because that's a small price to pay for the availability of that area, which is fantastic. So that's on the 13th. That's this Friday.
Oh.
So go ahead.
The last time we were, when we were up there, the 10th of last month, the park ranger had not been informed that we were going to be there. Of course, that's the
No. We got permission, and and they had not informed him, but we had permission.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen sometimes. That's going to happen, but
yeah.
That's why we maintain that one of the leadership is there, and that's why we make those calls.
Well, I talked to him, so he came up. There were only us and me and the Smiths were there. That's the only one when he came around. So I told him.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Tim. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have another star party on Friday, August 20th. That's at Harrison Bay State Park. And what we would like is for anyone who has EAA capabilities, please bring your rig and set it up. With things going the way they are with COVID, EAA would be great. And we're going to follow all the CDC guidelines and protocols. At this point, the park is glad to have us. They want us there. They just ask us to follow CDC guidelines. If anything changes, we'll know before we get there of what has changed and any requirements. This will be a club and campground event only. So it's not going to be like the public's going to be there. It's not going to be as huge as it's been in the past. So we'll just have folks from the campground. Some of the folks from UTC are hoping to show up as well. We will not be advertising this event on social media. So we'll get something out, I'm sure, before the 20th, again, via Groups.io. And one thing I'll emphasize is if you are not comfortable with participating in this event, then please don't come. We don't want anybody out of their comfort zone. We don't want anyone to feel that they are pressured into doing this. So please don't feel like you have to be there. This is certainly special times that we're living in right now. So that's about it. Any other questions about Harrison Bay?
Yeah, we didn't set up a time when we were going to be there.
I think that's going to be dusk. So I'll get with Matt and just watch for your emails. I'll send out an email once I talk to Matt Botter next week.
Okay. That's all I've got for our business meeting. Is there anything else anybody would like to bring up at this time? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn, and then I'll move to the program. Okay, motion's made. We are adjourned. So